Welcome to the Real Estate Fight Club, a podcast for agents where you'll witness a battle of opinions about topics affecting your real estate business. Now, always in your corner, here are your hosts, Jen Murtland and Monica Weakley.
Why do 85% of real estate agents get out of the business in less than 3 years? Well, the main factor is that these agents don't realize that they own their own business. So my coach, Coach John Kitchens, has put together a free clarity report for us. This is whether you want to earn $100,000 this year or $1 million. This report will give you the clarity you need to thrive in your business and not be a statistic. Go to coachcodeclarity.com for your free clarity report outlining what your success looks like.
Welcome to a very special episode of Real Estate Fight Club. What's up, Jen Mert?
What's up, Monica?
Guess what this is?
Tell me.
Episode number 150.
Holy shit.
150 is nifty.
That's great. I'm going to take our picture. Smile.
That's not, hey girl. Yes. Well, this has been a trip, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait till we celebrate 1,050.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God. What are we going to still be talking about? What are we going to still be fighting about?
There'll be more.
Everything.
I'm sure.
You know, I know we tell our story about why we started this podcast and the idea that, everybody needs to find their own authentic path and you can have success in lots of different ways and yada, yada. And I know we're both very positive people and we see visuals of success and we go for it. But be honest, did you think that we'd be at episode 150 with thousands of downloads every month and doing what we're doing right now? Come on.
What did I think? I don't know. I would probably still do it anyway.
Yeah.
I would
do it anyway, but I didn't foresee the following. So guys, we are so flippin' grateful for you and so happy you tune in every week.
Yes.
So
we love you
for listening. We do love you.
Except when you don't do a buyer consultation and a buyer agreement, then we hate you and we're disappointed.
No, that's not true. That is just not true. Don't listen. Are you hungry? Do you need a Snickers?
No.
Okay.
I don't like Snickers. Do you?
It's not my number one candy.
What's your number one candy?
Oh, it's called Take 5. Have you ever had them?
I don't think I would like it.
The most underestimated freaking candy bar on the planet.
It's got pretzels in it, right?
Pretzel, caramel, peanut butter, chocolate. It's damn good.
I'm out.
What's your favorite?
I like homemade Buckeyes.
Okay.
But if we're talking about candy bars, I don't know. I like it. I don't know. I like a lot of them. I like Twix.
Now, you don't like pretzels in your candy?
No.
You don't like the pretzel M&Ms?
No.
Oh, those are good too. I apparently have a theme of pretzels.
You like pretzels?
Yeah, my mom used to make this white chocolate pretzel peanut blob at Christmas time. These little, oh man,
broken up. Try that.
Oh, it's good. It's good. All right. You know what? We need to get on with this.
Get on with it.
All right, guys. Today in Real Estate Fight Club podcast, Jen and I are going to be duking it out over this. What is a fair referral fee? When should it vary? When should it be more or less? Like, what is fair and what should we be following? And the only reason we thought of this topic is because we touched on it in another podcast and you said something. I was like, no way. And you're like, oh, save it for an episode. So we don't even know what this is going to look like.
I feel like I'm going to be Switzerland and I'm going to say it depends.
Oh, whoa. Wait a second.
But it's higher than you think. No, I mean,
what's it depend on?
Well, I want to back up and say, just because somebody wants to work with you doesn't mean that you have to work with them, right? This is like straight out of your playbook, like set your standards. And one of those standards is like, it could be a part of town. It could be a price point, something like that, right? It could be, I don't work with buyers or whatever. But don't just not get that business. Like we have the opportunity to also make money. And it's important to have referral partners that you can refer the business to, right? Do you agree?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying have standards as far as where you'll work and where you won't, and when it's time to refer out.
Yes. Because a lot of agents I see make a huge mistake and they're like, no, well, like I won't do that. I don't do that. And a client comes and wants help and they're like, either they take something they don't want to do or they just let it go. And they're like, no, I can't help you.
Yeah. That was money right there. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
But I also don't think you should take everything. And I see so many just taking whatever they get. And like, it's like, no, think about your business, decide if you want to work with that client or not. And then if you don't, refer it. So here's what I think the referral depends on. I think you can ask for a higher referral if it's a listing.
Okay.
If, and it depends on how involved you're going to be. If you want to keep the relationship with the client, if, then you do something higher than if you're going to just be handing off the client. If you, that's it.
Well, okay, let's quantify this then. It's a listing. You're going to hand it off because it's on part of town you don't work, or it's too far north, or whatever. What do you
It depends on the price too, the price point. So if it's something like, we're in Ohio. Okay.
Right.
So if it's something like below maybe like 150 or 175, that's going to be really, really hard for somebody to find them something. So on top of their brokerage taking money, like I don't want to take a lot of money. So I'll do it. If they're a referral partner that I use a lot, that one I'll be like, I'd probably do nothing, somewhere between 0 and 10.
But this is a listing.
10%.
This is a listing.
Oh, if it's a listing, then, and it's like that low, I would probably do like 25%. I do between 25 and 50% for a listing.
Okay. So 25% because it's a low price point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And are you factoring in that a chimpanzee could sell a house right now?
That is not true at all. You're perpetuating this myth, Monica. You're fired. When I'm the czar, I'm taking away Monica's real estate license. That is not fucking true.
No, it has been true.
It's not true.
Easy.
And just because it can sell doesn't mean that it gets the client what they want. Doesn't mean that, oh, what's wrong with your camera? You have got to be watching this on YouTube. Monica's like praising her. What's that? You are healed.
I think you messed with my camera or something as soon as I said that.
Yeah.
I said that just to get a rise out of you. I'm just saying, does it matter what kind of market we're in?
A little bit. Yeah, of course. Right. Because there's a buyer and it's going to be a super tough price point. It's lower than like an average, then I'm going to charge less. Right. But if we were in a market where buyers were easy and it was a low price point, I would then charge higher. It just kind of depends, right? It depends on, I don't know, how do you decide? Or do you always do the same no matter what?
I'm a pretty standard 25%, just because what I know is sometimes I benefit from that and sometimes I'm leaving money on the table. But, in the end, I'm the person that believes it all comes out in the wash.
That's so interesting, right? I feel like that should be like reversed.
Yeah. Because you're playing all these like, it depends scenarios, and I'm just 25%. And sometimes, yeah, of course I'm coming out ahead on that. And sometimes I'm not, and it's okay. And it's all right. If you're in the business long enough, and that seems to be,
but I just don't think it's fair if it's like a buyer that's a lower price point. I just don't think it's fair. And then if it's a listing, then that agent gets the buyers. If they get the buyers, like we're not taking any of that. So.
But then you're assuming that the market has been like it is now. Now, remember the days where the buyers had, and these are coming back, they had 10 houses to choose from in one weekend, and you were for sure writing an offer because they were coming into town to write an offer.
And that's when I said I would charge higher. So that just depends. And that would more depend on the price point. So if it's a higher price point, then you charge higher.
Okay. So you charge higher because that receiving agent is going to make a lot more money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do you ever do, hey, let's do 25% to me on this. look, or let's do 50-50 and look, if it ends up being a lot more of your time, then we'll discuss a reduction. Like, do you
I've done
play
that
game?
before. It doesn't really happen like that. Have you done that before?
No, I think that's really dangerous to do. I think you should
I think
have
that's a weird,
agreement.
like it depends. That's a referral partner that you guys refer all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's like all the time, the trust is built there. Like everybody thinks it's fair. And it's like somebody, like if you were going to build a team, they would probably be on your team. Like,
yes,
that's totally different.
Yeah, I agree on that. I think it's interesting that we don't discuss a referral to another market that I'm never going to benefit from in the future, that I'm giving this agent a lead that they can then cultivate for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more referrals if they do it right. You know,
I
if they've
have
got the
done
right
one in
business.
perpetuity.
Have you? Okay, let's
Yes.
discuss that.
So it was like, I have family in a different state, and it's like, okay, you're going to be my referral partner in that state. And then I want a commission on everything in perpetuity that they buy.
Meaning anything that comes from this deal,
Yes.
either a referral from these people or future business from these people or anything.
Only from those people. Like
Okay.
if it's so whatever they buy, whatever they sell, like in perpetuity, those specific people, I want a referral from them. Yes. And it literally says that on the referral agreement, like in perpetuity.
But that does not mean if those people have a friend that they send
It does
to that
not.
agent. You're not.
You have to train. Why am I teaching the referral class? Listen, you have to train your family and your friends to come to you first. I mean, Monica, right? How do you do that?
Hey, hold on. Did you guys catch that? That's really freaking important right there. Because just because we send somebody down to South Carolina, let's say, doesn't mean we lose them as a referral partner, because they certainly are going to know people, whether it's in state or out of state. And what are your strategies to capture business in and out of state? What
are some tips?
Let's hear it.
No, you.
Oh, you asked me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have separate tags on out of town. I have them in group in Facebook, and you can post directly to that tag. So if I have 100 people,
actually, wait a second, Monica, I think this is like a good place for us to talk about our partners. And when we come back, you can give us the tips.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Keep you listening, hanging on every word that Monica.
Come on back. There's money to be had. Come on back.
Let's hear a word from our favorite partners. All right. I'm here with our tiebreaker, Kate Dawson from Keller Williams in Cincinnati. All right, Kate, are you ready for your question?
Go for it.
What is a fair referral fee?
So I think the standard is 25%.
Okay.
But I think it all depends.
What does it depend on?
So I have a referral partner in Kentucky. I don't have my Kentucky license, even though I live so close to Kentucky. So when I give her continuous business, we have a 50-50 agreement because I send her everything in Kentucky.
No matter the price point, no matter whatever, it's always 50-50.
Yep.
And what is that just on the first deal, or is that like on all the deals that those clients do?
So the first deal, like when I make that introduction, that is the deal. So if I'm saying, hey, my clients are going to buy a house, then that's what I get 50-50 on. If they decide to sell and they contact her directly and they don't go through me, then that's her lead. She's built that relationship with them.
Are you actively, when you refer somebody like that, are you actively staying like engaged with them so that they know that like you're the resource, you're the realtor?
Yeah, I think it depends. So my referral partner in Kentucky, we have a really great relationship. We have a good friendship. So I trust her, and that's obviously why she's my referral partner.
Right.
So I'm there if they need me, and I have that conversation of, hey, you're getting passed off to Stephanie. She's wonderful. She's my referral partner. We work hand in hand together. If you need anything, I'm here.
Right.
But Stephanie is your go-to.
Right. That makes sense. Okay. Do you think that, like, have you ever gotten a 50% referral request, like for somebody in your area?
I think so. To be honest, I really have not. I've passed out a lot of referrals. I have not retrieved a lot of referrals.
Have you ever had somebody tell you no, they won't pay it?
Yes.
What happened?
I just had this happen. So I used to live in Las Vegas and I worked for Raising Cane's.
Ohio's way better.
I love Vegas. But I had a friend of mine, he was going to relocate and work for a different Raising Cane's. And I reached out to this agent. I was like, hey, you would be getting probably quite a bit referrals from this person. You would build a relationship with him. But I would be in the process because I know he's going to ask me questions. I know he's going to ask for advice and guidance and all of that. Would you do a 30% referral fee? And she said no.
She said no.
She said no. She said 25 or nothing. And I was like,
okay.
Oh, okay.
No. So what'd you do?
What you want. Well, she stopped responding to me. So I moved on to someone else. But yeah, she gave me a really hard time about it. And I think for me, I'm not trying to get into anyone's pocket, right? I understand we all work very hard for our money and I respect that. But when I'm passing you someone and I'm going to be there and I'm going to guide them and push them through the process with you and keep them there, just to have that backing, it was a 5% difference, which I was fine with if we would have just had a conversation, but she just kind of ghosted and she lost a really good lead.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think, are there any specific referral partners you're looking for now?
Honestly, in Vegas, yes.
Okay.
I don't have, and I have a lot of friends out there because we lived out there.
Yeah.
So having a Vegas referral partner would be great. Florida and Orlando would be awesome. My husband and I are actually looking to buy a condo, and believe it or not, I have contacted so many agents and I can't find a good one. Let's just say that I can't find a good one. And I would love a, specifically Las Vegas agent as a referral partner.
Okay, perfect. So if somebody's listening and they would be a good referral partner for you in Vegas, or they're an agent in Orlando, or maybe they have a referral for you in Cincinnati,
pass me some leads, I'll take it.
Not a lot of people move to Cincinnati, but what is the best way to get a hold of you? Okay. What's your phone number?
It is 513-560-0660.
Awesome. Thanks for being on, Kate.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Let's get back to the battle inside of the ring. Jen and I are duking it out over, I don't know, how to position referrals. And
if you want to make money, follow my advice. If you want to lose money, follow Monica's advice, except on this specific case of how to get your out of town.
Yeah, what to do with out of town
referrals. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions about this, and I'm open to hearing other ideas because my idea is not the only one, but I do have out of town clients separate, and I do communicate with them separately. So educating them that, hey, I am your resource for to vet an agent. If you're looking to make a move and you'd like me to interview a few agents for you and find you the most qualified based on what you're looking to do, I can do that. Now I'm offering a service to them, right? And I'm not just saying, hey, let me know. Let me know if you're looking to make a move. I can help. I'm actually explaining what's in it for them.
Right.
So there's an education piece that goes on. In my phone, if somebody's out of town, they have the little airplane icon
that's
next to their name.
I like
so
it.
When I go in and search, I can put the airplane icon in, and all of those people that are out of town show up, and I can just quickly make some calls if I'm sitting in a line or something and I just want to touch base. Yeah. It's an intentional, separate form of lead generation. Really.
I think it is. And especially in where my family lives in Florida, those referral checks are the equivalent to our regular checks.
Yeah,
so it's dang, this is nice. But I just literally I like that way. And some people that, out of town, they're going to need the education. Right. But some people, it's just hey, you're my family and friend, and I need to make money. And this is how I make money. So before you go to the person I'm going to send you to, come to me first, and then I can get paid. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. But it depends on who you're talking to. Right. And kind of what they know and don't know.
Absolutely. But if they don't understand it, they're not going to think you can help them in Florida because you're not in Florida.
Yeah. So, but I think so it's all about the conversation, right? And so like, even now we're talking about like, we can help you in Portugal. We can help you in Colombia. We can help you in Panama. And it's like, oh, and we're starting to get referrals from those places. Like people will say, hey, I saw that you can help us in Portugal. Like, yeah, I can.
Yeah,
let's
right.
do that.
Exactly. Easy.
Why not?
I had somebody ask if we could help them in Spain.
Yeah,
I went into EXP's workplace and looked it up, interviewed 3 of them, gave them the guy that I thought.
But that's the thing too. So like if you have someone, this has happened a couple of times, like it's like some obscure property somewhere where I'm never going to go. And like, so I pull like, even in our market, right? I'll pull the MLS and say, who's listed and sold in that area and like interview those people and then say, okay, here's the top 2, pick the one that you like,
Yeah. Best money you'll ever make, I believe, referral money. What do you think? You said, so you have a referral partner in a market. Do you ever tier the percentages up? Hey, this one's going to be 25% to me. Referral 2 through 5 is going to be at 35% to me. And so on.
I haven't, but that's a good idea.
Or reverse. Would it make more sense to reverse it? This one's higher. And then as I think it
makes more sense to like, as you give them more leads that you go a higher.
I agree with that.
Higher percentage back to you.
I don't have a sophisticated enough referral network where I have a lot of repeat.
But this is good for people who like moved out of town and like their family's back somewhere and their friends their sphere is somewhere else. And they don't have a sphere where they're currently living and where they're licensed. This is perfect. And if they were with EXP, then they could have an EXP agent out there that they're referring
That's right.
as part of their revenue share group. And it's even better.
Even better. Yes, I think this is true. It strikes me that if you are the example you just said, if you're out of your home market, I think it would be really important to set a goal back in your home market. I mean, this has to be an intentional stream of income, basically.
Right.
Because it's not traditional real estate income in that way. So, hey, I want to do 10 deals out of my home market. What does that look like? Who do I have to be talking to? On what basis? What kind of posts do I need to be doing in that group? What kind of mailers, emailers, kind of education? Like, have a strategy around that. I bet you hit it if you put purpose behind it.
You would, for sure. Alan and I have a line because our goal is for like our referral income to exceed our active income.
Interesting. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I don't really like people. I feel like you know that. And I don't want to work with buyers. And I only want to work with certain sellers. So
your goal is to have your referral income outpace your actually sales income.
Why not?
How close are you to having that happen?
We did it once, 1 month so far.
Nice.
It was great. I was like,
That's
this is awesome.
Because
you still get paid.
It's I tell everybody, it's the best money you ever make. I mean, first of all, if you do a good job for that person in vetting an agent, that's a massive service to somebody.
Yes.
But you got to do a good job. You can't just try to hand somebody off to the first person that pops
have a
up.
Conversation. I think we should do like a follow-up video on what to ask, like how to interview an agent.
Yeah.
Do one on that.
Yeah, I think that's a great one. All right. I think that's going to have to be the end of today's battle. If you enjoyed this episode, if we gave you some ideas, if you have some suggestions and ideas, please go to any social media platform practically.
All of them.
We are there. Yes. We are there. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast where you find any and all podcasts. We are there. Real Estate Fight Club.
Jen, we're there. And we are looking for more people to come work with us. If you want to be on our team, please give me a call or a text at 513-400-1691. All right, Monica, bye-bye.
And Jen, when you say team, this isn't your traditional team. You're not giving us
Team's 2.0. You've been listening to this podcast.
Listen, you're not giving us any money. We're just serving you. So bring it. Okay. See you next time.
What we need right now is a source for great leads. And I found it. It is called Pipeline Pro Tools. So about 90 days ago, I booked a demo with them. And in that demo, we reverse engineered my business. We figured out how many leads we needed to get in order to get to the closings that we want. And they gave me a playbook to use in order to get that. So I've been using it for 90 days. We've gotten 12 qualified leads, and about half of them are already under contract or closed, which is great. And it is right now my number one source for my best leads that I'm getting. I love this thing. I'm about to ramp up the number of leads that I get with them as well. So, and you might think it's expensive, and it's not. So I was looking for something that's very inexpensive, like affordable to everyone, but also generated great leads. We don't want crap leads. So what you do in order to get this, because I called them and I wanted to partner with them because I was like, this is exactly what our audience has been looking for. So they set up something specific just for us, just for Fight Club listeners. So you would go to pipelineprotools.com/Fight Club. And then you go to the demo, and the demo will show you how many leads you need in order to get the number of closings that you want to get. And then they will give you the playbook that I'm using, my number one playbook for getting leads. And then you can use it too, and we can have happy closings. So go to pipelineprotools.com/Fight Club, book and go to the demo and get all the leads. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a podcast.